Hello, my name is Robin and I'm here to show you guys how to do a tea leaf reading, and I have Janice here who I am going to do my reading on. So I've already done my tea leaves, so this is my tea cup and my bowl, and I'm just gonna basically take a look into the cup, keeping in mind that this is also going to help the people that are watching. So some of the things that are coming up in this are still going to resonate with you. So the first thing that I did was I put the tea leaves in my bowl, and I'm just going to start with reading that. And so what we have right away for her is what I'm feeling like is a lot of heavy energy, right? So I'm also feeling that energy in my chest, and the energy I'm hearing and feeling is to trust in the flow of life. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're allowed to talk. Because the more you share, the better it is, because it has to resonate like with other people, but still with you, right?
Okay.
And the main thing is it's for you. So the more you share, the better it is. It's not about me predicting the future. It's about you getting the most out of your session. Okay. So mainly this tension and stress that she's holding inside of her chest is sometimes it's a panic energy, right? And it involves obviously like a loved one that's passed away. Now I already know some of this, but I'm also feeling some of this. And so it's about periodically, there are times in your life, and it's okay to feel emotions and cry if you need to. Periodically you go through like kind of stages, right, where things are difficult and challenging, and we all go through this, right? Yeah. So it's about really getting outside of yourself as much as you can, and even though you're going through this deep and dark moment in your life, in your heart, that sorrow energy, there's a reason to still celebrate living. And so it's about your perspective on the world and on life right now that's really important. It's the way that you look at people, the way that you look at things. And so fantasy is really important for you right now. So doing things like guided meditations where you can just get yourself into a different mindset or a different place in your life, so that you can find that trust, or you can find that way to release in your own way for healing. Does
right.
All that make sense?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay, cool. So I want you to take a look in there, because I know that she already has some knowledge on this. Yeah. And going back into that fantasy energy, right? Getting into that place, I want you to kind of tell me what you see, because I'm seeing something in that right now.
Okay, so for me, what I see is like there's a line in the middle, and there's empty spaces in the front and the back. So for me, it would be like my past and my future.
Okay.
And the future is a little bit of a bigger gap than the past, which is good to know. So for me, it would be like more to kind of like not live in the past, but live in the present. But it's always easier to live in the past than the present. That's how I feel.
Perfect.
So yeah, I mean, for me, it's easier to live in the past than the present. So, yeah, but
perfect.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so and as I'm listening to you, I'm just hearing that it's important that you clear energy as it comes up for you.
Yeah.
So, like getting healing sessions, writing, journaling, things like that, natural nutrition, healing through food, your diet, that sort of thing. Signing up for classes where you can participate in things so you can be more a part of like healthier vibrations with other people as well. Right? Does that make sense?
Definitely.
And then I right away saw an arrow. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, but you can kind of probably see an arrow there, right? It's like it's pointing to the cup over here. But I look at an arrow as it's like someone or something is trying to tell you, hey, go over here. Yeah. It's almost like you can start to see the guidance or see the direction. So do you feel like you're being like pulled and called into certain like places or things and people right now? Yeah,
definitely. I'm pretty sure this is my husband trying to help me out with this thing, because he's the one that passed about almost 9 months ago. And yeah, so lately I've been just trying to push myself. So this would be more like the training I booked in Mexico.
Nice.
This is not, which not a lot of people know, but I booked a training to go to Mexico for yoga, and I'm basically just leaving with my backpack and just like going for it. So I feel like that's the
arrow.
Yeah.
The path, like you feel like you're being guided. Something's telling you, okay, maybe get out of this energy that you're in, and you need to go somewhere else, away from all that emotional stuff. And it feels like financially something was set up for you financially as well that was pushing you in that direction.
Yeah.
In what way?
Maybe.
In what way?
I don't know. Maybe the benefit. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
what benefit?
I mean, there was like this benefit that was hosted for my husband.
Yeah.
So maybe like for me, it was like they did a benefit. Like it was nice, and we had a good time. It was a big party, but at the end, they didn't pull as much money as we thought it would.
Yeah.
Which is okay because we all had a good time celebrating my husband's life. So maybe that was the push through. But even though it didn't end up the way I thought it was gonna be, I'm still going forward with what
you're still feeling guided towards.
I'm still feeling guided towards it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And that's where I'm feeling like there's love. There's still like, even though there's a loss of love, there's still love there pushing you to move forward.
Yeah,
right? Something.
Definitely.
So it was still a positive thing, but you're only able to see it once you're away from that energy, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Correct.
Perfect. There's also a need for more grounding.
Yeah.
So isolating isn't a bad thing, right? When you're taking time to get connected back into yourself.
Definitely.
Okay? And it's also the energy of winter there too, right? And you're planning on going away in the winter.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like, I think when you go away in the winter, that's going to be probably more where you're getting that time for yourself. So it doesn't have to be now. It could be that in the winter time you're going to be feeling more of that.
Yeah.
And maybe right now it's just a little bit scattered.
Yes.
Right? That's completely okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's see what's in your cup. Yeah. So I get a lot of information out of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Neat. Okay. So there's a lot of tears.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And there's some shame in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I feel like it's about you taking time to like stop reliving the past.
Yeah.
Because it's not helping, right?
No.
As you said, we'll relate it back to that, being in the present, right? That's hard for you because obviously you went through a difficult time and it's not easy, but there's this need to feel like, instead of feeling like your life has fallen apart, that it's actually coming together for you.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's important, even if that's not easy for you, it's important that you do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a shift, there's a change coming up, right? Where it's like, there's just like a breakthrough of some sort, right? Where the challenges and tribulations are kind of like, they're not in the past, but they're in the past enough that you can start healing and moving forward.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's okay if it's just you and like a couple other friends there, right? Even if you don't know those people yet, I feel like you're going to meet someone that's going to become very close to you. And that could even be your partner that passed away that is there still, you feeling close to them. But I do sense it could be that your connection to the teacher.
Yeah.
But regardless, there are two people. So maybe that's the significant other. And it could be even the connection to the teacher. So whatever he's guiding you into and whatever she's guiding you into, it's like you're starting to really connect your spiritual and your...
It's kind of crazy because there's like two teachers in Mexico and this guy and a girl.
Okay. Yeah. So there's one that feels like the male. So I thought maybe that was Darren. But regardless, Darren, your significant other, is going to still be there in your heart, so it's almost like the cross thing, right?
Right.
So it's like he's going to be really helping you find that connection to yourself and your spiritual, which is amazing. Yeah. So after that, it feels like you'll keep making strong connections with other people and he'll be there with you, but he's like trying to put these master teachers and big people for your healing journey. there. So don't get caught up in the fact that there's anything in between that. Just focus on those like people that are there to help you, that are are on your path. Okay. Yeah. And so that's really beautiful. Mm-hmm. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
Cool. And then there's always people around you, right? Yeah. There's just people. And actually having a lot of people around you is good. Mm-hmm. Even if it's a lot of people is good. Mm-hmm. Because those people aren't too much for you. You can handle it. So even if the past wasn't that way, it's not that way anymore, right? So yesterday's yesterday, today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow, mm-hmm. right? And that's why we take this stuff with a grain of salt as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's just look at a couple more things here. So I feel like you're going to start helping other people with their grief and their sadness, right? Their trials and tribulations, things that have hurt them. So if they're going through grief or the loss of a past loved one, you're going to be able to shower them with your new gifts that have helped you grow, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. And it really doesn't matter who it is, because your opinion matters. So don't be picky about who you want to help. Just help everyone that you can possibly help, because it's going to be really beautiful. And then there's some other people are going to have opinions of you mm-hmm. and of your path. And that feels very ego based. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be that there are going to be like people having opinions, and it's going to start to affect you. So it's really important that you don't listen to what everybody else has to say. Really listen to what you're being called into, going back into the arrow, and going back into everything we already said. There's going to be a choice that you have to make as well for balance. Mm-hmm. And it could be around relationships. Mm-hmm. Okay. It may be that you could go one way with someone. Could be friendship. Mm-hmm. Could be love. And there could be another person that's a little bit maybe it'll be more difficult for you. Mm-hmm. But regardless, I do sense that the person that's easier for you is better, because you're not in a place in your life where you need anything difficult or anything challenging, right? It's kind of like whoever's, even if it's a relationship that they live closer to you, for instance. Yeah. Go to the one that's closer to you, because anyone that you have a strong connection with is going to be good, because that's important to you, right? Definitely. To find a connection. So try not to overanalyze that. And keep in mind, when we have significant others in our life, even if it's a friend or just like it's intimate, these are people to help you feel more grounded and balanced. So don't look at it as a negative. Yeah. Just look at it as, I feel close to them and it's easy. So that's enough. Okay. Don't get caught up in the emotions about don't make it complicated. Right. Okay. If it's not natural, if it's not flowing, if it's work, don't bother with it. Okay. Nice. Yep. And then just one more extra something there. Do you see anything in there yourself? Does any of that make sense to you?
Well, I see stars.
Okay. And what do the stars represent to you?
My husband. Mm-hmm. And then I see all the twirls around the cup. It's all like kind of like shooting stars, or like the universe kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
Perfect. And what do you feel about the universe right now?
I feel like right now in this moment, it's like I'm listening and it's sending me a lot of good things.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm feeling guided towards things, and I'm listening, and I feel like most of it is my husband just really wanting me to be happy.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thank you so much for participating in my tea leaf reading. Namaste. Thank you. Namaste. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope that you guys also got something from that. And feel free to comment whether, you found this beneficial for yourself, or if it was even helpful to understand how tea leaf reading works. Take care and have a great day. Bye. Doo-doo.